I felt it before she spoke. The hush that falls just before thunder. The air tightened, conversations thinned, and every fork slowed. A carpenter? Seriously, when will we get a real job? She sneered, sharp as glass, and the sentence sliced the table into two quiet halves. My husband's hand around his glass stiffened. I felt the familiar tightening in my chest, but I kept my face still. She used to be the person I trusted without question. We'd laugh until midnight, shared secrets like currency. Her smile could warm a room, or scorch it. Over time, that warmth cooled into something else. Sly digs, small deceptions. Favors turned into obligations. Little things disappeared. Opportunities one should have had. Invitations that never reached me. Rumors followed, patient and slow, until they had weight. My husband didn't answer at once. He set his glass down with the care of someone winding a clock, then looked at her with a softness that made his next words land like a verdict. "I'm building a house," he said, even in quiet. "A real one. You know who's paying for your mortgage?" "He is." The sound that followed was a relief. Perfect, stunned silence. The chandelier hummed somewhere above us, as if holding its breath. Her mouth moved, searching for the cutting line she always had ready, but nothing fit. The script had changed. I felt a small, private smile at the corner of my lips. Not gleeful, not cruel. Simply the satisfaction of a plan fulfilled. It wasn't overnight. I didn't explode the way she might have expected. I watched. I took note. When patterns repeated, I cataloged them. The petty betrayals disguised as laughs, the convenient amnesia about favors, the way she could make people doubt me with a few well-placed words. I gathered the proof in quiet ways. Conversations, small financial discrepancies, the witnesses who'd been pushed aside. I nudged things where they needed nudging. An honest friend reminded of forgotten debt, a lawyer's careful question, a subtle clarification sent to the right person at the right time. I kept my composure in public. I learned how to be unremarkable, to be the forgiving sister everyone expected. It was easier for her to let down her guard when she believed she still held the upper hand. So I worked from there, slow as erosion, until the foundations she stood on were exposed. That night at the table felt like the last move in a long game. She had performed her usual role, histrionic, superior, certain the audience was hers, and for the first time the audience saw something else. Every slight she'd tossed like confetti came back as weight. Every whispered rumor she'd orchestrated dissolved under scrutiny. I watched her shrink as people around us recalculated the version of her they'd accepted for years. Afterwards, when I lay alone in the quiet of my room, I let out a breath I hadn't known I had been holding. There was no shouting, no public spectacle. I hadn't wanted to humiliate her so much as to reveal what had always been true, that arrogance can blind you to the simplest fact, that other people act, even when you think they won't. I didn't savor revenge. I savored the restoration of balance. The outcome was not a dramatic crescendo, but quiet righting of wrongs, deliberate and precise. Some betrayals demand loud fury. Mine asked for patience and care. In the end, the last laugh was neither loud nor vengeful. It was soft, exact, and final.